A lot of cars nowadays have this facility called cruise control. It allows the car to keep going at the same speed, and it's a really useful tool, but it's got its limitations. For instance, if you need to change lanes, or if someone brakes quite suddenly in front of you, then the driver still needs to be responsive. The driver's got to be alive and awake to make sure that they can step in and make the changes that are needed. The driver has to be nimble, able to respond. That makes me think about something which happened in the life of Jesus. Jairus, one of the leaders of the synagogue, his daughter's ill, and he comes and begs Jesus, "Jesus, come and heal my daughter, please." Jesus agrees to go with him. And on the way to Jairus' house, a woman who had been suffering with a hemorrhage for years reaches out and touches Jesus' cloak, and she's immediately healed. And you might think, well, there's nothing more to do there. But Jesus stops in the middle of this urgent job to go and see Jairus' daughter. He stops and takes time to allow the woman standing in the community to be restored. He lets everyone else know that she is healed and whole and can restart and rejoin her community life. This ability to be nimble on Jesus' part, this way in which he's able to be alive to what God hopes for in any situation, is a really wonderful skill that he has. And it makes me reflect on the work of Hands at Work in Africa, in that they too try to be nimble. Their work involves giving support in 3 essential services: food security, health and education, to the most needy and vulnerable children in the communities that they serve. And that's what they do in 8 different countries in Africa. But in the recent Southern African drought, they needed to change their tack. It became more urgent that they should find ways of giving even more support to some of the very most vulnerable children. So they started giving food supplements to those children. They needed to change their tack. They needed to be nimble. This ability to be nimble and responsive is a really crucial skill for us and for our churches. Are our churches able to respond to need? Are they able to adapt what they're doing to be more effective in serving the community? And what about us? Might we be a bit too rigid sometimes? Might we need to loosen up and be more alive to the possibilities that God has in mind? May we, like Jesus, be given grace so that we can be nimble and responsive to serve and bring God's goodness to those around us.